All right. So we're going to talk about 4 ways to really help folks out, and this is super important, okay? The main thing here, the number one thing we got to get straight is that when you help someone, it's got to be more than just giving them stuff. You got to wrap some education around it, you know? Like sandwich with education. Picture that, everyone. When we're trying to lift someone up, the most important thing we can give them is education. But hold on, I'm not talking about boring math formulas like sin plus sin equals 2 sin cos. None of that dry stuff. I'm talking about education about right and wrong, about ethics, about doing the right thing, helping people figure out what's good and bad, how to live a good life, a meaningful life. Now, how do we actually do the educating part? We need ways to get that education across. Think of it like, if we want to hand out that education sandwich, we need a food truck. We need the ingredients, right? I'll get into the specifics of these ways in a bit. So, who do we help first in these 4 ways? There are 2 groups we should really focus on. First off, people with influence. Why them? Because if you help someone who's got reach, they're going to spread that good stuff way further. It's like watering a big old tree. Its shade covers a huge area, you dig? Influential people are like big shade trees. Second, if we can't get to the big influencers, then who? We help a whole bunch of regular people. I mean, we go for helping the masses, not just one-offs here and there. Makes sense, right? Helping one person is cool, but helping 10, 100, that's way better. Helping a lot of people at once is way more bang for your buck than just helping folks one by one. That's the deal. Bottom line, here are 4 key things I've learned about helping people. Education is the heart of it. You need the right tools to deliver it. And you should focus on people with influence, or helping tons of people at once. If you nail these 4 things, you'll know how to really make a difference when you're helping someone. All right, let's dig into those ways to get education out there that I mentioned. We've got tons of options, lots of food trucks to haul education to everyone. First up, something simple but seriously effective is picture books about cause and effect. You know, with stories about great people. These little books are thin, easy to carry around. The pictures are clear and easy to get, and they teach deep lessons about karma in a way that just clicks. We can just hand these out so people can read them and think about them on their own time. Second thing, books that feed your soul, books with heart, like, for example, Coffee with Tony. That book's awesome, full of life lessons, real-life stories, easy to get into, and it's inspiring. We can grab a couple copies, give them to someone we're trying to help, and tell them to read up. But we gotta put a little something extra in the mix. Like, tell them we'll check back in a couple months, see if they've read it, see what they got out of it. If we come back and they haven't even cracked it open, still brand new, then, well, that's a tough case. Maybe we gotta move on to someone else. Basically, it's a lost cause if they won't even read. Let me hit you with another example. Super practical. Poor students who are hungry to learn. Those are folks we should be helping, right? So, say we give scholarships to these students, like 4 million Vietnamese dong a semester. But don't just throw cash at them. We gotta sneak in some education. Out of that 4 million, we set aside some to buy them 4 books. We tell the students, here, take these 4 books and read them. I'll be back in a month, and if you've read them and get what they're about, then you get the scholarship for the semester. Otherwise, no dice. Think about it, 4 million for a scholarship, but we're asking them to read 4 books. It's like each book is worth $20. Getting $20 for reading a book, that's a steal, right? If anyone's too lazy to read, then delete them from the list, you know? I see tons of people out there handing out scholarships, but they forget to sneak in that education part. Sneaking in education is super easy. Just do it like I said you're helping out students who need it and getting them to read and learn. It's real easy to weave in education. Besides books, we can also use Dharma Talk speakers. We can play Dharma Talks for people to listen to, especially for older folks and people out in the country. Listening to Dharma Talks is another killer way to learn good values. Then we can take people on volunteer trips. That's also a seriously good way to educate. Volunteering, people see tough situations, they help others, and it opens their minds, makes them more loving, more giving. Volunteering can become a great habit over time. A really cool kind of volunteering that's big with young people now is trash for gifts or plogging, which means jogging and picking up trash. Like, when you go for a jog in the afternoon, grab a bag and pick up trash as you go. Good for you, good for the planet, and sets a great example. It's awesome, really meaningful. Plogging and trash for gifts are awesome ideas. Let me drop another trick on you. This one's crazy effective. We often do mid-autumn festivals for kids, right? We go to rough neighborhoods, old apartment buildings, and make it fun for the kids. But if we add just one more step, it gets way more meaningful. That day, show up a little early, bring a bunch of treats, light a campfire, get the vibe going. Then tell the kids, all right, you got half an hour to go around the building and pick up trash. Each group needs to bring back at least 1 kilo of plastic trash. Then you get your gifts and we can party for mid-autumn. No trash, no party, no gifts. Got it. Then, split them into teams, show them how to pick up trash and join in yourself, just to get things rolling. And just like that, 40, 50 kids are hustling to pick up trash. Half an hour later, they come back with tons of plastic trash, bins overflowing. They're doing good, cleaning up the environment, and then they get mooncakes in the festival. It's a simple way to teach kids about being responsible from a young age. Mid-Autumn Festival trash cleanup is a great way to teach responsibility. While we're eating and having fun at Mid-Autumn, we keep sneaking in that education piece. Say, okay, whoever can answer my question gets another prize. Then we hand out picture books about cause and effect to each kid. We say, flip to page 5, everyone. What's the story on page 5? Under page 5, there are 3 questions. Answer them right, you get a prize. So the kids flip to page 5, reading like crazy. The smart kids are quick. They're done with a page in 5 minutes. Some raise their hands, answer the questions, and bam, they get a prize. We're sneaking in reading, a love of books, into their playtime. They see reading's not hard, it's actually kinda cool, and you get stuff for it. After eating and playing until about 9 p.m., we wrap it up. Before they head out, we give each kid another picture book about cause and effect, telling them, read this at home, okay? Next time I'm here, if you've read it and can tell me the story, you get another prize. And we also tell them, pass it on to your little brothers and sisters, get them reading too. We're making a ripple effect. Say we give books to 10 kids, maybe 5 of them take it home and get their siblings reading, help them out, show them how. So from 10 kids, it blows up to 15, 20 kids reading. It's that simple. We get a spreading effect, not just reading, and that's it, no impact. These are simple but powerful ways to teach people. Creating a ripple effect is what we're aiming for. Besides plogging and mid-autumn cleanup, we can also sponsor people to take good classes. Like with student scholarships, besides reading books, we can make them take a certain course. We say your scholarship is $400 a year, but you gotta finish a Vipassana meditation course and a right view class. Hearing that, the student's gonna be like, right view? Vipassana? What's that? Maybe they haven't even gotten the scholarship yet, but they'll start looking it up, learning about it. So next year, when they meet the requirements, they apply for that scholarship. And just like that, we've guided thousands of kids to secretly check out Right View and Vipassana meditation. If even 100 or two actually get into it and change their lives, giving those scholarships is totally worth it. Guiding people to good learning opportunities is key. Totally worth it, because those students show they can learn on their own. They've got drive. Giving those kids $10 million a year is a no-brainer. This is a killer approach, not hard at all. From there, we guide people to awesome classes, retreats that can really help them. It's not hard at all to guide them. We can send people on long Vipassana meditation retreats or spiritual trips. Spiritual trips on this 8th way, that's more for family. Because we can't really treat outsiders to spiritual trips that cost $2,000 a pop. Treating outsiders to trips like that is too rich for my blood. Spiritual trips can get pricey, you know. Like, a 15-day trip to India is around $2,000, and Bhutan for 15 days is like $3,000. Bhutan charges $250 a day. Spiritual trips are pricey, you know. So, let's say we want to help our folks. We want them to go to temples, meditate, listen to good teachings, but they're too stubborn. They just won't go. Why not suggest a trip to India and see what happens? I bet almost everyone will jump at the chance. Then the whole fam goes to India together. On that trip, we sign up with a group led by Nun Hang Lin, or Venerable Thich Nhat Tu. These teachers run spiritual tours to India all the time, twice a year. We join a group of 100 people, easy. In that group, tons of successful Buddhists, billionaires even, who are also their students. Right away, your parents will look at those teachers differently. Whoa, these big shots, with thousands of employees, they're students of these teachers, so who am I to argue? Then your parents will join the group, spend 15 days hitting up 15 Buddhist historical sites. At each site, the teachers give a Dharma talk, like half an hour. When they get back home, your parents just naturally change, like completely. Hearing teachings from real deal masters, getting the Dharma, being in the pure vibe of the group. Going on temple trips is like living with the triple gem. Back home, your parents just become their students, no questions asked. And when the teachers say meditate, they're meditating. When they say volunteer, they're volunteering. That's how you change your parents. That's the ultimate way to honor them. The ultimate way to honor your parents is to change them spiritually. The ultimate way to honor your parents is to give them ethics, focus, and wisdom. Giving them the Buddha's teachings, the Dharma. That's real filial piety. Not just buying them pho or rubbing their shoulders. That's just filial piety for show. Little things for fun. Buttering them up a bit for kicks. Filial piety for show ain't the same as the real deal. Real filial piety's gotta be built on ethics, wisdom, and grit. Buddha laid it all out in the scriptures, so spiritual trips are a great first step to guide our loved ones onto the path of practice. Spiritual trips are a stepping stone to getting spiritual. Can we invite officials on spiritual trips? Officials like to travel too, you know. If you can get them to visit Bhutan, just one trip, they'll totally flip their views on education. Getting officials to Bhutan can change their minds big time. Bhutan's education is all about morals, ethics, focus, wisdom. From first grade on, kids are learning the Four Noble Truths and the Eightfold Path. Crazy, right? Bhutan's education system is mind-blowing. So, This year or next, I'm set on going to Bhutan to see what kind of curriculum they're using that teaches first graders the Four Noble Truths and the Eightfold Path. It's wild. I've got some connections over there, and they say the Bhutanese education minister is super open and easy to talk to. You can reach out anytime. Meaning, we can check out schools in Bhutan, meet the minister, ask anything. They're totally open to it. The Bhutanese education minister is super open and easy to talk to. So, those are some ways, some tools for teaching and helping others. The main thing is to have heart, have a good plan, and stick with it, okay? Heart, a plan, and sticking to it are the keys to really helping people.